What's happening? Welcome to my amazing news show. I am your host, Scotty Day. This is where I find articles, write it on paper, lose the tablet, forget about it, type it on my computer, lose the file, and finally get the videos done for you. Today's gnarly subject, do's and dudettes: homeless campers trashing cities and not getting fined. We'll be right back after the break. Hey, Bodacious Beasts! Throughout my life, I have been educated through PSAs or public service announcements in schools that littering and garbage dumping is highly illegal and immoral and damages the environment. Today's government is throwing away the laws that generations that were born from the 1950s to about the year 2000 away. Leave No Trace has been a huge motto of the Forestry Service, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, and just about everybody for decades. I grew up learning that littering and illegal dumping is wrong and immoral. Hollywood drilled this into their brain through hit movies, like Biodome, Breakin', Sister Act. These are all great examples, as well as many TV shows showing parks getting cleaned. Ever since the recession started, we have heard occupy this, occupy that, homeless tent campers camping anywhere that they please. What do these protesters leave behind? A wasteland of garbage, needles, even human waste. There's a difference between a protest and homeless camping here, folks. I am not blind to the fact that an Occupy camp sets up with regular protesters. Then you have an anti-police and government protest. And then just to swell the protest, they invite the homeless in. This is the tactic that these organized protests are using to artificially inflate their numbers. Offering food to the homeless, people, and of course, drugs to lure the campers in. After a few weeks, the numbers dwindle. The food is still plentiful. The homeless stay until they're completely evicted. But who foots the bill for these garbage dumps? The city and the regional government. And those that were responsible get away scot-free. When is this going to stop? When are the cities going to hold those accountable that are bleeding our resources and raising our utility rates to cover these cleanups? Come on! In the 1970s, when people wanted action, it went to the polls. In the 80s, when people wanted action, it went to the polls. In the 90s, when people wanted action, it went to the polls. If musicians wanted action, they'd write a song about it and then get their fans to back them on it. Today, these criminals are abusing their rights to protest and trash our cities and complaining instead of voting. Yeah, they never voted, yet they cry about things not changing. And what do you think, people? What do you guys think? I'm totally disgusted with this. Do you think that this is going to change? I don't think so. I do not think it's going to do anything, as politicians are getting screamed at by homeless advocates. This lawlessness is creating havoc and a huge divide between the people that live in the city and the people that tour cities. If you look at a city with a high homeless camper population, with multiple free housing, and look at a city that shelters and gives them programs to get homeless people back on their feet, the city with the homeless and the homeless shelters and the programs are cleaner, they're more enjoyable to visit, and they end up with a high tourist, a higher tourist rate. But then you get a city that has lawlessness of allowing sidewalk camping or anywhere unauthorized, that these people have no place to go, and trash everywhere. People come in and they leave bad ratings for the city. It doesn't look good. Yeah, the mumbo jumbo. These people have no place to go. Homeless shelters, counseling, and education is how you get people off the streets. This 15 per hour education stuff is a false sense of security. You need a career to get a great place to live and make a living. But that's beside the point. I personally would not rant if there was homeless camps somewhere, if they could take the time to leave no trace of their camp, pack out what they pack in, clean up their dang garbage. There's always a restroom for them to go to, because just about half of them will go to McDonald's for a coffee. If someone says something different, they are lying through their teeth. Oh, stop it. There's dumpsters. There's no dumpsters for them to dispose of their trash. That gives them no reason to completely trash the place to the point where they have to take 2 to 3 dumpster loads out of one homeless camp. That gives them no reason to trash wherever they're sleeping. It gives them no reason to leave needles laying on the ground for somebody to step on. These thoughtless cowards need to be fined and punished for littering. Come on, people. Well, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Slam that like button. Share with your friends. Also subscribe to the second channel for my weekly vlog updates. Well, your Bodacious Beast, I'm off to the gym. I can't get any younger sitting here. Gotta keep on surfing.